Howdy y'all, it's Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom. It's time to open at least 10 of the 12 of a case. We'll do part 1 here, 4 decks. As we see repeats, we will not go back over them. We'll just highlight, hey, this is the name of the card, and move on. We won't read them again. These are actually my daughter's, and she allowed us to graciously film these, so let's get into it. Care Bear, go ahead and open your first one, and we will get started, and I'll read through them as we go. Now, this is kind of interesting because these are Generation 2s, but Generation 2s, if you haven't gotten into Keyforge, go for pretty cheap right now, and they're widely regarded as the weakest of the sets, and that's okay, because then you can get them for pretty cheap. So our houses are Logos, Dis, and Shadows, and the name is Sultan Viperoplex Salki. Okay, so we've got, let's see our set list here. A Fair Game, Key to Dis, Pocket Universe, nice, and Customs Office. So let's check it out, and we'll get into this one and see if there's anything really interesting here. Generation 2 was known as kind of the generation that wanted to fix some things from Gen 1 that honestly, Generation 1 just nailed the first time out the gate, which is kind of impressive. All right, we'll take away the actual first card there. Customs Office, your opponent must pay you 1 amber in order to play an artifact. It's an artifact itself. Redlock, Skirmish, and at the end of your turn, if you did not play any creatures this turn, gain 1 amber. Interesting. That's a weird card. And they tried to fix some things, but honestly, it became a weaker set, ironically, in the fixes. Perplexing Sophistry, play. If you have more amber than your opponent, then they discard a random card from their hand and you draw a card. Oublette, play. Purge a creature with power 3 or lower. Little Nif, Omega, deploy Elusive. So she has to be the last card you play. She can go wherever she wants, and the first time she gets attacked, nothing happens. After a neighbor of Little Nif is used to fight, steal 1 amber. Hidden Stash, play. Archive a card. Dusk Runner, this creature gains. Reap, steal 1 amber. Swindle, it's an alpha and an omega. Play, steal 3 amber. Whoa. So you have to play this as your first card and your last card, and that's it. You get 3 amber steal. That's cool, actually. Nerve Blast, steal 1. If you do, deal 2 damage to a creature. Miasma, your opponent skips the Forge a Key step on their next turn. Very nice. Lamindra, deploy Elusive, and her neighbors gain Elusive as well. Very cool. Knuckles Bolton, Elusive and Skirmish. The problem is, there's a lot of Elusive already in here. Now, that's just with the shadows, but this is cool. Knuckles Bolton isn't a steel card, but he's just neat. Pocket Universe, great card. You may spend amber on Pocket Universe when forging keys. Action, move 1 amber, this is an artifact, by the way, from your pool to Pocket Universe. Fetch Drones, action, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. For each Logos card discarded this way, a friendly creature captures 2 amber. Oh, that's kind of fun. I don't think I've seen this card before. That's fun. Neat. Oh, it's a rare. No wonder. Sloppy Wab work. Play, archive a card, discard a card. Another one. Interdimensional Graph. Play. If an opponent forges a key on their next turn, they must give you their remaining amber. Not usually a good card. Some situations, yes. Professor Sutterkin. Very cool card. Reap. Draw a card for each friendly Logos creature. Just a beautiful artwork. Another one. Igor. Play. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 to the hand and discard the others. Another Igor. Very nice. 3 Igors. That's a lot of Igors. Cutthroat Research. Go ahead, Kara, and start opening your next deck. Play. Steal 2 amber if your opponent has 8 or more. Another one. All right. The Dis. Key to Dis. Omni. Sacrifice Key to Dis. Destroy each creature. Very nice. A Fair Game. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck and reveal their hand. You gain 1 amber for each card of the discarded card's house revealed this way. Your opponent repeats the preceding effect on you. Nice. Bloodshard Imp, after a creature reaps, its controller must sacrifice it. And that applies to you as well. Yerk, love these cards. Play, choose and discard a card from your hand. Schuler, play, if your opponent has 4 more amber, steal 1. Not finished with you. Shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile into your deck when you play it. Again. Gub. While Gub is not on a flank, it gains +5 power and gains taunt. This thing gets nasty. Another Gub. Exhume, choose a creature in your discard pile. You may play that creature as if it belonged to the active houses in your hand. Binding Irons, your opponent gains 3 chains. Amber Imp. He's elusive, and after a creature reaps, stun it. Overall, I think this is a fun deck. I don't think it's going to be a high-rated deck. The Steel in the Shadows is nice, though. So maybe that will bump it up to the 60s or 70s. All right, what is our next deck, Kara? The houses are Sanctum, Brobnar, and Shadows. And we're not actually going to look at the entire set list this time. The Passive Harrier of Luttergate. All right, so we're just going to go straight into the deck itself to see what the rares are, and we'll just skip past the card that gives us information. So first off, Special Delivery. Omni Sacrifice Special Delivery. Deal 3 damage to a flank creature. If this damage destroys that creature, purge it. Nice. Oubliette again. Duskrunner again. Bryn the Fanatic. Skirmish. Play. Your opponent gains 1 amber. When he's destroyed, steal 3. Nice card. So they have to be the one to destroy him, or you have a card that would, well, your purge doesn't actually destroy him. It would purge him. Yancey Gang. 5 power. Action. Steal 1. Umbra Skirmish to fight to steal 1. Ronnie Wrist Clocks. Play. Steal 1 amber. If your opponent has 7 or more, steal 2 instead. This is a lot of steal. Good grief. Nerve Blast. Play. Steal 1 amber. If you do, deal 2 damage to a creature. Life for Life. Play. Sacrifice a creature. Deal 6 damage to a creature. Very nice. Knuckles Bolton we've seen. Gamgee. He's elusive. Reap. If your opponent has more amber than you, steal 1. Desk Chronicles. Play. If your opponent has more amber than you, draw a card. If you have more amber than your opponent, archive a card. One Stood Against Many. Play. Ready to fight with a friendly creature 3 times. Each time against a different enemy creature. Resolve these fights 1 at a time. And this has Brobnar in it, which is great for that. Mother Northel. I love this card. Elusive, 2 power. Reap. Move 1 amber from a friendly creature to your pool. She is really neat. She's just hard to keep alive, but it's really, really cool. I love how she's elusive, but she's like an old lady. The Spirit's Way. Play. Destroy each creature with power 3 or higher. Never a good card to see in a Sanctum deck in general, unfortunately. The Harder They Come. Perch a creature with power 5 or higher, but it's your choice. This is good. Rothace the Fierce. I don't remember seeing him. Taunt with Hazardous 4. So before people attack him, he deals 4 damage to the attacking creature. So when somebody attacks him, he's going to deal 8 damage. Very nice. Free Markets. Play. Gain 1 amber to a maximum of 6 for each house represented on cards in play except for Sanctum. Real quick, though, what's interesting here is this, that if you defeat them, destroy them before they make it to his health, they just instantly get destroyed. And he doesn't have to take any damage. Kind of cool. Plus, he's got 2 armor. Barrister Joya. Very nice. Enemy creatures cannot reap. Good card. We're finally now just down to the commons for the Sanctum. Crazy. Protect the Weak. This creature gets +1 armor and gains Taunt. Fantastic. Healing Blast. Fully heal a creature. If you heal 4 or more damage this way, gain 2 amber. Good luck ever healing 4 or more damage. It has happened before, but it's hard. Hallowed Shield, but it's a great card to heal. Excuse me. Action. Choose a creature for the remainder of the turn. The chosen creature cannot be dealt damage. Golden Aura. Play. Choose a creature. Fully heal the chosen creature. For the remainder of the turn, the chosen creature is considered to be in House Sanctum and cannot be dealt damage. Very cool. Chow the Safeguard is a common that's 4/2, deploys wherever he wants in the battle line, and he taunts. Kara, go ahead and get your next set ready. And there's that beautiful rare, Tireless Crowcag. Everybody loves to see him. He can't reap. You can use him if you belong to the active house, but if the enemy has no creatures left, he is immediately destroyed. Super good. Mugwump is another rare here. 6 power. After an enemy creature is destroyed fighting Mugwump, fully heal him and give him a +1 power counter. If he ever gets boosted like crazy for a few turns, scary stuff. Another rare. I've never seen this one before. Bellowing Patricate. While Bellowing Patricate is ready, each creature takes 1 damage after it enters play. Cool. It's not great, but it's fun. Flamewake Shaman. I don't remember this card either. Play. Deal 2 damage to a creature. Another one. Very nice. Those are great. Trimmer. Play. Stun a creature and each of its neighbors. First Blood. Alpha. So you have to play it first. Deal 2 damage for each friendly Brobnar creature. You may divide this damage among any number of creatures. These are the cards that kind of made this set go down. Coward's End. Destroy each undamaged creature. Gain 3 chains. Another one. Oh, man. No. 3. Bramo. Play. Deal 2 damage to each enemy flank creature. Bingle Bang Bang. Before fight, deal 5 damage to each neighbor of the creature Bingle Bang Bang fights. Man, I was going to say this is a 90-something% deck, and then we got into the Brobnar, and I'm not sure. It might be in the 80s still, but those 3 Coward's Ends is the one thing I would say, because it's got some anti-synergy going on, but this is a really cool deck. All right, Kara's got our next deck ready to go. What do we got, Kara? Go ahead, you can put it up there and show off the houses. So,
Brobnar, and Shadow.
Very nice. Falstaff, Undead Stronghold Steward. Okay.
I like that name.
An interesting name. Let's find out again if we've got something really special here. All right, so far, Kara, I think you've done very well. We'll have to scan those in.
Ton of shadows.
Yep, shadows is going, and I think that one we just looked at, the shadows in that alone jumps that probably by 20 or 30%. Just by the shadows. And that's kind of insane to think about. So let's look at this. The first one is our shadows. All right, so Heist Knight. It's an alpha, so you have to play it first. Play, steal 1 amber for each friendly thief creature. This depends on if this is any good, if there's lots of thieves in here. So let's find out. Perplexing Sophistry we've seen. Lights out. Play, return 2 enemy creatures to their owner's hand. I like this card. Another one. They're dangerous, so you gotta be careful. He's a thief, so keep track of that, Kara. So that's 1 thief. Action, steal 1, right? Swindle, nope. This is an alpha card and an omega. Play, steal. Okay, yeah. I like that card. That's cool. Sucker Punch, another alpha card. Ooh, this is a rough deck already. Play, deal 2 damage to an enemy creature. If that creature is destroyed by this, effect Archive Sucker Punch. So, really nice against small stuff. Here's another Thief. Ronnie Wrist Clocks, great card. Miasma we've seen. Miasma again. Lamindra again, nice. Not very many Thieves, though. That's 3.
Yeah.
Future Investors, play. If your opponent has more amber than you, gain 1 amber for each key your opponent has forged. Yikes. All right, first rare for here. I don't like this card. Tolis. He's a 1 power, elusive. Each time a creature is destroyed, its opponent gains 1 amber.
That does not sound good.
No, it's risky. Here's another rare. Creeping Oblivion. Play, purge up to 2 cards from a discard pile. I like it. Pain Reaction. Play, deal 2 damage to an enemy creature. If this damage destroys the creature, deal 2 damage to each of that creature's neighbors. So you chain react. That's really cool. Library of the Damned, great card. Action, archive a card. Yerk. Play, yeah, we've seen him. Another Yerk. Nice. Tesmal. Reap, choose a house. Your opponent cannot choose that house as their active house on their next turn. Dust Imp, destroyed, gain 2 amber. So simple. Cold of the Week. Play, destroy the least powerful enemy creature. Very nice. Charette, play, capture 3 amber. Very good. Side note with this, if you destroy the small stuff first with some of your other cards and your other creatures, then you play this, you can get something big. This thing is just a bonkers good card. Banish, put an enemy creature into your opponent's archives, so you can just get rid of it for a little bit. Amber Imp, after creature reaps, stun it. All right, Kara, get the last one ready for part 1 here. King of the Crag, I've never seen this card before, because we didn't open a lot of Gen 2. He's a giant, 7 power. Each enemy Brobnar creature gets -2 power. So he makes all other Brobnars for your opponent -2. That's interesting. Not great, but really cool. Blood of Titans. This creature gets +5 power. Trimmer. Stun a creature in each of its neighbors. Groak. Fight. Your opponent loses 1 amber. Groggins. When he's used to fight, it can only attack flank creatures. 8 power. They're really strong, but they can only hit certain things, and that's sad. Gauntlet of Command. Action. Ready and fight with a friendly creature. Great card. 2 of them. All right. First Blood we've seen. Brammo we've seen. 1/2 punch. Stun a creature. If that creature was already stunned, destroy it instead. If there's another one, that's really good. And there's 2. So if you save these at the right time, you could do some good work. I think this is an interesting deck. I don't know if it's going to be, like, crazy high rated, but it's got a lot of good control. And some speed with the Yerks, some capture. Man, I like the control here. I don't know if it's great, but I think it'll be decent, even a 50-60%er. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of these decks so far? Ooh, all right.
Okay,
what you got?
Sanctum, Mars, and Dis. I am excited about the Sanctum and the Mars.
And the name. Show the name. Read it for us, Kara.
The ghost that absurdly negates trickery.
That is a fantastic name. That is like the best name I've seen in a long time.
I know, I like it.
The ghost that absurdly negates trickery. Boo. Okay. So we'll take away our card, so that way we just kind of go through it and see what's actually in this deck right off the bat. Martyr's End. Play, destroy any number of friendly creatures. Gain 1 amber for each creature destroyed this way. Man, if you're really needing to just try to finish the game, that's pretty cool. Oh boy, the Epic Quest. Sorry, Kara. This deck already just dropped like 10%.
Why?
This card right here. Play. Archive each friendly knight creature in play. Omni. If you have played 7 or more Sanctum cards this turn, sacrifice Epic Quest and forge a key at no cost.
That is not a good card.
Keep track of how many knights show up. Okay? Okay. Harder they come. Purge a creature with... Yeah, we've seen that. Potion of Vulnerability. Omni. Sacrifice it for the remainder of the turn. Each friendly creature cannot be dealt damage. Free markets we've seen. Take hostages. For the remainder of the turn, each time a friendly creature fights, it captures 1. Sir Morrows, there's your first knight. If your opponent gains Amber by reaping, Sir Morrows captures it. Another one. Healing Blast we've seen. Board in the Redeemed. He is not a knight.
Oh no.
He's elusive, and he has an action to capture 2 Amber. Good card, but not good for this deck. Blinding Light. Choose a house. Stun each creature of that house. Another one. That was it.
That was 2
knights. And that's why Epic Quest is a bad card. You need like 4 or 5 knights easily just to even make it viable, and you didn't get them. So now it's basically close to a useless card, because you'd have to have both those knights in there and a full hand of stuff to be able to play it. Very, very dangerous to make happen. Shatterstorm. Lose all of your Amber, then your opponent loses triple the amount of Amber you lost this way. This is a crazy card, because it can control a turn. Hypnotic Command. Oh my goodness. For each friendly Mars creature, choose an enemy creature to capture 1 from their own side. And they don't have to be ready Mars creatures, they just are Mars creatures. Fantastic. Zorg. Enters play stunned. Keep track of how many Mars creatures we have. Here's the first one. Okay. Before fight, stun the creature. Zorg fights and each of its neighbors. Very good card, if you can get it going. Stormcrawler, 6/1. It only deals 1 damage when fighting. I hate this one. This is another Mars creature. Okay. After an enemy creature reaps, stun it. Great ability, but terrible card itself. Orbital Bombardment. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. For each card revealed this way, deal 2 damage to a creature. And you can choose different creatures each time. There we go. Another one. Zizix Shockworm. After an enemy creature reaps, stun it again. Okay. Sky Booster Squadron. Reap. Return a Sky Booster Squadron to your hand. Mother Gun. Awesome. Action. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. Deal damage to a creature equal to the number of Mars cards revealed this way. Very fun card. Mind Warper. Good. All right, we're doing really well here on your creatures. Elusive and action. Choose an enemy creature to capture 1 from its own side. Mars first. Ready and use a friendly Mars creature. Great card. Another one. Okay. Carpet Flotsam. Play. If there are no friendly creatures in play, deal 4 damage to each creature. That's a common. Okay, how many Mars cards did you have? Creatures?
5.
So 5. Maximum of 5 with not a command to capture onto their own side. Not bad. Poltergeist. There's no rares in your dis in this deck. Play. Use an artifact controlled by any players if it were yours. Destroy the artifact. Great card. Pain Reaction we've seen. Pain Reaction again. Hysteria. Return each creature to its owner's hand. Dangerous card. Really cool. Anguish. Oh, I love Anguish. For each damage on Anguish, your opponent's keys cost +1. So if you can get a little bit of damage on him, you can just stack some nasty damage. There's the Yurk again. Tesmal we've seen. Streak. Streak. He's elusive. While he's not on a flank, your opponent refills their hand to 1 less card during their draw card step. Very cool. Another one. That could get nasty. Gub we've seen. Binding Irons we've seen. Banish we've seen. I think this is a fun deck. The Epic Quest, unfortunately, makes for not a great playstyle, just because it's not a good card, but the rest of the deck itself is fine. Blinding Light's really good. Board and Redeem's fine. Healing Blast good. Sir Morrows are great. Take Hostages. That's a terrible card in this, because you only have 3 characters in Sanctum. Free Markets, good. Potion of Vulnerability, always good. Harder They Come, cool. Epic Quest, terrible in this deck. And then Martyr's End, to destroy any number of friendly creatures. And you get to choose how many creatures. That's interesting. That's cool. Could get you to a key. Overall, I think this is a decent deck. I don't know that's going to be like crazy high rated, but it's going to have some fun control there. So let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of these Gen 2 decks? And once again, Kara, thank you. This is part 1, and we'll do part 2 in the near future. I've been Cody from the Keepers of Nerdom. Take care, y'all. Bye.